Finally, after a long ass time, some good news. I finally became a high ticket closer. And I'll make another video, like perhaps talking about like how I got into high ticket closing. But shit, after like long time wanting to get into the space, just being a setter for a long time, finally that's the checklist, right? I'll give a breakdown now, but in terms of me, I've been setting for a long time, right? Um, I did appointment setting like January 2024. I did DM setting from again January 2024 all the way to March 2025. Worked for so many offers, but again, I wanted to get into closing, which I knew it wasn't going to be possible. So then after that, obviously, I went into um, a mentorship, which is Closer Cartel, so I can become a good phone setter. And then from there, like if you think you can do DM setting and get into closing, it's not possible. Like as someone who did DM setting for a year and finally got into like some closing sparring right after, like it was impossible, right? Because you need to understand that one with DM setting, you can't think on the spot, right? You have some time to, text and all that. And two is that communication, right? Tonality, asking the right time, knowing when to ask it, right? It's completely different from DM. So there's a huge difference with that. Again, DM sending can help a bit with like knowing what to ask, but like you won't know when to ask it though, right? So that's kind of the issue with it. More so that again, the one of the biggest things was that phone setting. I did it for like 3 months and I haven't made a lot of money, right? Like the issue, I started phone setting like April 1st, right? um Now it's like it's July 5th, right? So 3 months basically. And geez, like a breakdown on that, it's like a long ass time, right? It just it takes like again, the way I got this opportunity was simply that I was already gonna become a closer, right? Through obviously knowing that this one offer, like one way you can do it is like if you're a good setter on that offer and you have potential to become a closer, they'll give you that shot. I was going to be given that shot again. I was going to take it, but then I saw a posting being like, hey, if you want an official closing role, you can like if you're someone who's not as experienced and want experience in some more reps and to make like a couple grand, this is a good thing you can definitely get into. A lot of people applied to this, but I did really good in the interview, right? The guy kind of liked me. My mock was better than most, but again, my mock wasn't the best. But yeah, that's a checklist done, right, Mark? It's done. Again, this is gonna be a short one, but that's really good to know that closing. Obviously, I'm a closer now, right? That's a huge achievement for me. But we're gonna see how it goes. Like the issue with this offer is I'll probably make like 1 to 2K a month, and then potentially it will increase. But again, I'm gonna get fully trained. I'm gonna practice a lot. Like this is for the skill sets. But I do need to make cash quick because I'm gonna be totally honest. This is my YouTube channel. I'm honest about everything. I have like $150 right now in my bank account, and I have other bills that are coming through as well. So I'm in a very tight spot. Lucky to be living in my parents' house, but again, like I'm in a shitty spot. Again, we need to make more money, definitely get better. But yeah, that's honestly how it is. Like again, you can check out my whole journey. I don't have much content. Like I started posting like May, late May, right? And again, setting like I'll tell you the differences with closing and setting. Setting is like you don't have control, which honestly sucks. I personally hate that. I would like it more if I actually have that control. So that's why I love the fact that I'm getting to closing now. The way this is going to work, by the way, for this offer, the first week I will be setting just because they want me to get trained and set at the same time, right? Once I'm fully trained for the closing and like they're like, okay, we can, get you in, they're going to get me in and then like I'm going to take like 5 to 6 calls a week, nothing too crazy. Again, probably make like 1 to 2K for like the next 2 to 3 weeks, which sucks, obviously. But then they're gonna run ads, they're gonna do webinars and all these things. We'll see how that goes. But again, I'm also thinking of getting into life insurance. Again, this is a different part of the video, but the reason why I'm kind of thinking of getting into life insurance at the same time, one thing, like the honest truth about high ticket sales is that you don't have control, right? You really don't have control, right? That's an issue I kind of learned. Again, maybe with closing it won't be like that. My next goal is definitely to make like a couple grand now as a closer, potentially get to 10K a month. Again, it's goal by goal by goal, right? So we got the closing goal, but again, the life insurance thing, reason why I want to get into life insurance is you have control over the leads you get and you can sell a lot. Again, I don't know the exact details. I have very good connections though. Again, me living in Canada might be, not a bonus. Like I think there might be issues because like in US, like the life insurance works differently. But again, I really do want to get into it. Like again, I'm gonna research. I'm gonna see, but that's my problem with high ticket sales overall is that you don't have control, right? You don't have control over if the leads are coming through. You don't have control if like the marketing's done. You don't have control with how fast the business owner is gonna do it. So that's what sucks about it. Um, but yeah, again, that's what it's looking like. I have like many offers actually wanting me as setters. They're like, yo, dude, like if you could set for ours at the same time, because I mastered setting, right? That's a huge thing. You need to master discovery on setting. It makes your closing much easier, right? I can naturally do closing spars. Like when I first started trying it after phone setting, it was so easy because I mastered the fact that the discovery of what got them interested, current situation, the outcome they want as well in that area, and how long they've been wanting outcome, and then what have they tried in the past to get to that outcome, right? And then the why are they doing this now, blah blah blah. So you like if you master how to do this over the phone, it's so easy to do it on a closing call. It's just natural, right? That's why people who like I was speaking to a guy today. I told him, I was like, dude, you can't do triaging and like a little bit of like his version of triaging was literally just um talk for 3 minutes, get surface level things, and then move on, right? You can't really do that. You need to learn how to actually dive in deep and kind of understand the prospect, because if you learn this how to do from the phone and you master the tonality, your closing is just going to be naturally so much easier, right? So anyone out there who's trying to get into closing, best thing I would say, you gotta master setting. Again, mastering setting doesn't mean you make a lot of money. I right now I've barely made any money with like I've made good money in settings sometimes, but I've also made barely any money sometimes. Money does not equivalate to skill set all the time. So I got really good at setting. Like, bro, there's sales manager out there. They're like, dude, I don't know like if I can find another setter like you. They literally tell me this, right? Because I mastered it. I got very good at it. It's just the fact that it was with, like closing was obviously a path for me. That's why I didn't stick with it. Again, for the control and like the more sales and the commissions, obviously. But yeah, anyone who wants to get into that space, bro, you're like closing especially. Again, now I'm gonna document my closing journey. I'm thinking of posting on Instagram. But again, to get into closing, bro, you just need to master phone setting. You have to master phone setting. If you don't master this, you will not be able to do discovery that good, right? So that's honestly a bonus for me now. Again, this offer is just for the experience. I'll get that experience, um, and try to make money as much as possible. Like I'll try to ramp up. Um, we'll see how it goes, but again, making the money is most important for me. And obviously, like mastering the skill sets again is a great bonus, but like I said, bro, I don't have a lot of money right now. Bills are coming through, right? So like I'm in a very shitty spot where like my back is against the wall. Like literally my back is against the wall, but um but that's kind of where I'm at right now, right? So getting into closing is amazing for me. Again, I know so many different ways to get into closing. There was even if I didn't get this opportunity, I was gonna get into closing regardless with this other offer for like a lower ticket where it would just be like I would take the down sales, right, for the experience, because the sales manager really liked my phone setting and he's like, you'll do good in closing. Again, that was another way I was gonna get to it. So it's like network, doing good in interviews and all that. But yeah, that's a bonus for me, honestly. Like closing, getting to closing has just been so huge for me. I was like, I need it to happen. Now it's happened, right? Now we're gonna get trained. We're gonna see how it goes. I'm gonna document all this. Appointment setting, I haven't documented as much because it's with the issue with documenting appointment setting is just that um you can't really like you don't have control, right, of like the deal and all that. You can just only book it and it's not that interesting, right? Closing I think is just so much better to actually document in the first place. So that is a huge plus. In terms of closing and all that, again, that's kind of the main thing. The main ways you would get into closing is through um again, so here's the steps, right? I'll explain this simply. You need to get good at phone setting, not DM, phone, right? Once you are good enough at phone setting, it's where you're naturally able to do mocks, whatever, the calls, where you can naturally just do, hey, blah, 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 this. You're able to dive in deep easily, right? It's just super easy for you, right? As opposed to, as opposed to, just doing DM sending, you obviously can't do that as much, right? Because you got to send the perfect message and all that. So, look, tonality, understanding how to think on the spot and all that, you need phone setting, right? It took me 3 months to get into closing. I'm not counting my DM setting journey. The reason why I'm not counting that is simply the fact that I feel like when I joined my mentorship, that was a complete new journey for me, right? Uh, but that's kind of what it's looking like.